All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Beautiful winter weather still. Water temperatures are settled over 60, so hey, that's how it goes. This last week of change, I kind of goofed up and I fished shallow. I tried some new spots. I put a lot of time in on stuff that really didn't pan out for much besides really small red drum, small speckled trout, that sort of stuff. You know, tried throwing switch baits on banks that warmed up, but a lot of action, but nothing big. Well, today I got a really big tide, so I'm probably gonna ride it around for a few miles, and I want to end up in an area I haven't fished before. Hopefully catch a couple fish. This is brackish water, so we'll see saltwater and freshwater fish, and take it from there, man. Yeah, and I really brought some pretty large profiles for the day. I got like 7-inch zoom flukes. The water being in the 60s, everything should be pretty aggressive as soon as I kind of locate it, is my guess, if I can locate it. So spring madness, but I got to cover water. I have to be efficient. I can't settle in anywhere. That seems to be the biggest pitfall sometimes in spring fishing, is when you find a couple fish, you apply your winter strategy and it doesn't work out. So let's get out there and see what we can do. Let's do a little trolling around quickly. It's a 5.5-inch Elias shad. I've got it on a high strike fishing jig head. Let's see what we can get. Okay, there should have been a few fish here. Shallow. Let's see what this is. Decent one. Almost looks like a hybrid. It could have been a one-off. All right, gives me an idea though, at least. All right, how do we fish this, guys? How do we fish this? How do we dissect all this stuff here? There's a dock up there. That's a pretty obvious one. Gar. Ooh, that's not a gar. Striper. Took me a minute to find a few of these jokers. Not a big one, but hey. That looks pretty good. Try those quickly. Nice fish, guys. A striper? It's kind of a deeper one. It is. Struggling out here to get a couple good bites though. It's decent fish. They start to look a little bit more like hybrids sometimes at this size. There's only 12-pound leader on there. Who likes to play with fire? Apparently I do. Okay, look at that butterball right there. It's not that long of a fish, but plenty of menhaden and stuff to go around. These fish should make their spawn run very soon, so let's get her out of here. I was on a 5-inch zoom fluke. It's got that barefoot jig on there. And it's a 3/8 ounce jig head. We've got to find some fish. They're somewhere here. There's got to be a pretty decent number of them. So we're gonna switch over to those 7-inch zoom flukes pretty soon, I think. Just want a little bit of current. So like when the current's slow, I do sometimes still like a smaller presentation, but when we get fast current, I think I prefer to go bigger and heavier. All right, bump back up into that ledge. You can catch fish out here in like 15-20 feet, no problem. It's just sometimes you do better out on the ledges. But these fish have no problem coming off. They'll hear that jig popping and bouncing down there. Got him that time. Seeing a better class of fish in this deeper stuff for sure. Putting in some valuable time, you know what I'm saying, guys? Nice, that's not bad. That's on Tim's barefoot jig. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit of a bigger profile right now, see if we get anything bigger than this though. This seems like an important little point though. Yeah. So there's a fair amount of fish in this area. Striped bass. I'm marking them everywhere here. Paddle tail. Little fat stocky boy there. Well, smaller bites here. What else do I want to do here? I'm going to try to jig this 7-inch zoom fluke, I think. I think this might get a couple bites. Broke off my first one of these, but let's see. Oh, let's free drift it too. I'm going to come back around this corner here. What is that? Looks like a different fish to me. Oh, that'll do. Not too bad. Solid Carolina striper right there. Go big or go home. All right, let's net this fish. We got a pretty light leader on there, so we are playing with fire. Okay. Seen a lot of life in this zone, so. Okay. Oh. I was on a 7-inch zoom fluke. It's not a bad striped bass. Take a quick little measurement for you. It's not too bad. 27-incher or so. All right. They're holding at different depths now. I'm marking fish down at 15, so they are kind of like going up in waves. The hooking fish to lost tackle ratio here is not very good. A lot of lost tackle. Not seeing too many fish. I'm losing jig heads left and right. Let's go and work our way back down. Still fun and fun to explore. All right, this is, I'll give you a taste. All day. All day stick fest. You know, the fish hold near those, so you gotta fish them. If you're not fishing them, you're probably not gonna do that great. Gator. Oh shit. Good fish. I got another flathead. Oh, nice red. That's pretty cool. Nice side red drum. See, everyone laughed at me. I left the boat ramp with a 7-inch zoom fluke, and look at that. Red drum eat that too. That's a good size red right there, man. Whew. Cool, pretty fish, eating well. Got a red. All right, let's put him back. It's a 3/8 ounce VMC jig head. These are pretty good jig heads. I like them. I like their bait keepers. Mine have something similar. Okay. Got a nice red. Yeah. Let's see if there's any more. This current's crazy here, man. I'm like, it's like doing all sorts of stuff. Pretty sure I had another bump there before I get blown away into 4-mile-an-hour current back there. Yay, we got one. Took a while for that bite. All right. One for the 7-inch zoom fluke again. So really today I just fished with zoom flukes in an attempt to try to get a little bit of a better size striped bass, but they're really going to be that size for the most part. It was cool to check out a lot of stuff I haven't seen before. Super challenging environments. It's going to require quite a bit of time for me to get good at most of that. This current is so strong today. Your opportunity getting a bite, the window is tight and wide. Very tiny windows to get bites today. All right, another striped bass. They've got an interesting shape around here, man. All right, I'm working my way back in. Not the best trip, but definitely saw a lot of fish today. Been putting in a little time, just, you know, learning some stuff. This is kind of like a localized striper population, so it's not like they get to the size the Atlantic migratory stock does. So most of them do tend to run under 30 inches, and they're definitely shorter lived than the Atlantic Ocean fish that can live 20 years plus. Where I fished today was like, yeah, I lost a lot, maybe 7, 8 jig heads today. Just trying to feel it all out, and I had a very, very strong tide, and I'm still dealing with it, like it's ripping out here today. I had to put in a little bit of time to learn what the heck I was doing. It's a lot of fun though, learning that sort of stuff. It's probably gonna be it. Check the video's description. Links everything used, rods, reels, all the jigs. I've got a limited batch of jig heads I put up on the website. I'm just waiting to see how feedback is on them before I make a larger batch. So I've got them from 1 ounce, 3/4 ounce, half ounce, up to 2 ounces. 5.0 to 8.0 hooks on them. So I'll be making more if reception is good on them. So far, I'm not sure. I pulled down that James River catfish one for a specific reason. Well, mainly because I started off the video without a dry suit, and a couple people reached out to me and said that's not a great way to, you know, show it. I changed it into a dry suit, but every year somebody dies from hypothermia because they're underdressed for the weather conditions, and we've hit the point of the year that a lot of places on the coast, water is going to be in the low 50s, high 40s, and you're going to get days in the 70s, and that's how these sorts of things end up happening. Here where I live, water's already in the 60s. Suits packed away for a couple weeks here, but other places the transition's different, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get the kayak on the beach right now. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you on the next video.